Yeah, this is fine and normal. We can start the stream now. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit nervous. You gotta understand. This is my big disguise debut, and I'm a little bit concerned, but I'm gonna do my best, and I hope you will all be respectful of my disguise. And if it's not working out, you'll tell me. You'll be honest about it. You'll be honest that the disguise isn't working. You have to do that. Legally, you have to. If you could see my face, you have to tell me so I can destroy the live stream forever. Okay. I'm gonna put it up. For the sake of aesthetic standards, I have forgone the Ethernet cable today. And if we start skipping frames, we're just gonna have to live with it. Or I could just go get the thing. Okay. Well, you know what? It's fine. You guys can't see me, right? I'm feeling very Cousin It-esque. We did have a less cumbersome disguise plan, but well, I don't really need to move my arms around as much because I'm not building the desk, so it's really hard to read chat like this. I'm not gonna lie. You can't see my... Okay, well, good. Alright, the lighting in here is red because I was steaming mad that they canceled my friggin... my desk, but I'll switch it back to fade. We have a little bit nicer lighting. Please. There. They feel like a real party. Now, I have lost some weight since the last time I appeared on camera. I'm sure you all can tell. Let me know how the sound is, by the way. I might be a little bit quiet. Perhaps I should read the chat on my phone. This is actually a shawl, by the way. It has armholes. Seems a little overkill. You're right. Okay, you're right. When you're right, you're right. The sound is surprisingly good. Good. Because there's not much I can do. I'm behind a shawl. I was considering having the window open. Because I thought, oh, maybe it's fine. We can have the window open. But I thought, the lights would be a little bit more festive. So here's what my original disguise plan was. I'll show it to you. This is like a little scarf / neck wrap thing that I knitted forever ago. It does fit over my head, so the plan was to just wear this over my head with my glasses on top of it. It was pretty inconvenient, a little bit harder to see in than this is, but it definitely would have given me range of movement. I still would have been wearing this giant sweater though, because I don't want you people seeing my body. It's a real Billie Eilish look. Billie Eilish, remember her? She sang Bad Guy. Figured I was just gonna wear a face covering. Well, I am. This is covering my face. I suppose that if there's a bit of a risky maneuver, but I could wear it like this. Like a more fashionable, like a cowl or something, like on Batman. There's fashion, Vogue. I really cannot read chat like this though. Oh, seriously. Okay, listen, I admit, The IKEA desk stream, not the best idea I've ever had. I'll be honest, because it was a big desk. It would probably be like a 2-person job. It would probably suck to put it together by myself, but, you know, this is the desk that Fake built. I thought it would be cool. And then IKEA was like, yeah, there was like a part that was delayed, so we just canceled your thing altogether. And like, yeah, they refunded me, but my fucking desk. Those mirrors, you could have had multiple of desks. Exactly. You know what? I do enjoy streaming from the mirror dimension. Hello. Hello. Yeah, there's a lot of me to go around. That's why I'm so popular. They expect me wearing like 4 jackets as a joke. Listen. Listen. I don't want to show you guys my arms. I know it's not popular to be insecure, but I really do not want you people seeing my arms. You know what you can see though? I hope this comes through in the light. I wore my worst socks for this. The weird stretchy purple and white checkerboard, and I don't even know what this pattern is, but it's orange and green. I've worn the worst. Hold on. My setup looks bad. Maybe I can make chat easier to read. I doubt it though. Oh no. No. It's falling. I could look so cool. Just like Darkman. Yeah, I was gonna be dressed like an Eskimo. It's the middle of summer and air conditioning is expensive. Well, not that expensive, but you know. It's more expensive to heat the place up. Seriously. Thank you, Cabby Bear Delivery, for the $5. You're outside so you can't hang. Hey, you're better off than me. I'm inside. In the middle of summer wearing a sweater and full pants and also a shawl on my head. It's pretty hot in here. Yeah, everybody outside, they're like, oh, suffering, right? Me, I'm suffering. I do this for my art. Okay, I gotta rebalance this. It's starting to slip. When the lights go really bright, I worry that you can see through the cowl. Do not look comfortable. Incorrect. I am wearing the most comfortable sweater you could ever own. And my Haiba pants, which are just like the definition of comfort.
Outside, so can't hang. Pensive face.
I know I don't shill for anybody because they won't pay me to. But if like Reitman's or whoever owns Haiba wants to like hire me to read ads for them, I will. I fucking love their pants. Shirts, take it or leave it, but the pants, can't go wrong with Haiba pants. Just look at your avatar in space. Fucking rude. I set all this up for you guys and you don't even appreciate it. Look at my flappy sleeves. It's my anniversary. We've been here for 3 years. I've earned this. I have earned this. No chair? I took the chair out. I don't want you guys to see it. It's in bad shape. So like, you know how with like those fake like, well, it's not leather. Well, it might be fake leather. I don't know. It starts to peel. It peels a lot. It gets everywhere. I don't want you guys to see it. Everything was going to fall into place after I got my cool desk. Let me be clear about this. Everything was going to be perfect. I was going to get my cool desk. Then I was going to get a second monitor just in time for Lies of P. That way I could watch something on the second monitor whilst I'm trying to spend 3 hours beating a boss. And then I would get a cool gamer chair that doesn't peel, you know? One with fabric. A fabric gamer chair. But instead, I'm stuck with this abomination of a desk. It was a hand-me-down. I don't know how my mother used it for years, but it's terrible. I know, I'm devastated at the lack of desk too. Listen, this was going to be a really fun stream, you know? It was going to be really fun. I was going to be, like, in the weird scarf wrap thing. I was going to be building a desk. It was going to be cool. I like building IKEA furniture. Well, thank you, Lettuce Hat Cat, for being a real faker for 11 months. Yes, happy 3 years. You might forget this is an anniversary stream, but that's what it is. I should have brought, like, better music or something, but you know. Every day, I get closer and closer to just giving up the bit and showing you guys my face. But that is not today. It can't be. Because I don't have a desk. You know, like, everybody I know has, like, every creator has a respectable setup with 2 screens, a good mic, and you never hear the PC fan in the background of their streams. Me? I don't have any of those. Ridiculous. Do the face reveal at 70K instead? Well, that's just silly. That's not even close to a round number. I mean, it is, but it's not, like, real. It's not a real number. 70,000? That's a made-up number. That's not real. That's absolutely not real. Yeah, my face would be wasted because I haven't lost all the weight yet. I don't want you guys to see my face now. I mean, granted, it's probably not going to be much better like 30 pounds from now, but let's be real, you don't need to see it right now. What about at 69K? Come on, I'm not that desperate. Listen, I know when I started this channel, I made a lot of made-up rules for myself that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Like, ending every video with ASMR roleplay in brackets and, like, never specifying, like, who it was for or any tags or anything. And maybe that wasn't all that smart, financially speaking. But I'm sticking to this one, no face reveal until 100K. Thank you, Mingles, for being a real faker for 27 months. That's more than 2 years. That's a long time. That's all the time. Everywhere. That's more time than we could even conceive of. Listen, I know. Realistically speaking, I hit 100K. I take the mask off. I fade from my VTuber avatar to the real me, and all of you will be stunned by how much I look like everyone else ever. Okay? I got my hair long, I look like every other woman with brown hair. If I cut my hair short, I look like every other man with brown hair and glasses. I look like everyone. I really do look like everyone. I'm a statistical average. I look like everyone, so why even show my face? Yeah, white person number 2 million, whatever. 2 billion. I look like a person? On occasion. Not right now, though. Right now, I am the Babadook. No, that's the wrong one. Right now, I'm the Skinamarink. That movie. I am all movies all the time. I'm every movie. Right now, I'm Jason Voorhees. Yeah, W.D. Gaster, you know, that guy that was kind of not in Undertale, but everybody made like a fanon characteristic of anyway, and then they mixed him with Sans and Papyrus, and then there were AUs, and good lord, once again, I could spend all day talking about Undertale AUs. The time away doesn't make it any better. I don't have purple cat ears. I do! Where did I put the purple cat ears? I have them. Don't look in my closet. They're in here. I swear to God, they're in here. I don't see them. Okay, the purple cat ears are somewhere in that closet. I swear they're in that closet. I can't find them in the dark, though. Hold on, maybe I have the other one. Hold on. They should be around here somewhere. Okay, so I do have, like, furry style, just like purple cat ears. Oh, hey, who donated? Thank you, LC Place Civ, for the $33. Thank you so much. 33 for the 3rd anniversary. Fabulous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. When would I even wear purple cat ears? Okay, so I was at a convention and I saw them and I was like, oh, that might be fun because I'm kind of giving myself away a little bit here, but like this used to be my gimmick.
33
This.
for the 3rd anniversary.
This is a purple hat with the ears. This used to be my gimmick. I wonder if I can fit it on over this thing without revealing my face. Okay, the answer is kind of no. It doesn't fit. But yeah, this hat used to be my gimmick. I don't think you'll be able to find me based on that unless you already know what I'm getting at. So there was this hat and I was like thinking, oh, when it's summertime and it's hot and I don't want to wear this hat while I'm live streaming, I could just wear these cat ears instead. But I never actually got around doing it, so I never actually wore the cat ears. So there's your lore for the evening. I used to have a hat and it was a thing, and that's where the ears came from. It's more like hamster ears. Bullshit. My family used to tell me it was more like pig ears. I hated that. Keep waiting for Real to make an appearance. He can't. It's not his anniversary. Add it to the wiki. I don't have a wiki. I have a TV tropes page. The lore from before fake should be added to the visual novel. Well, it is, okay? Like, I mentioned myself live streaming in the visual novel. I was like, yo, I was live streaming, and then I said to everybody, I was like, hey, do you want to hear me read a roleplay script? And they were like, okay, whatever. Nobody was really interested in it. But I was just like, oh, I'm going to read it. And that's where it started. That's where it all began. Read my backstory. Read my origin comic. You know what I mean. Dora in the waiting room screaming, you think you were gonna bust in like Big Bird. I can't. That's my bathroom. If I were to open it, you would see all the stuff I have in there, and that'd be bad. I mean, I've got some stuff hanging up to dry in there, so I don't want you to see that. What's the stream for? It's my anniversary. It's the fake anniversary. We've been here for 3 years. Don't I look cool in this pose? I'm like an anime girl. This is Lucky Star. Yeah. So, after 3 years, I gotta be honest, I didn't think we would ever be here. Let's flash back to my first live stream. I actually don't remember the first live stream. Actually, I do. I don't remember what I was doing though. So first live stream, I was like super nervous because like, you know, I've been live streaming for a while. I don't get nervous about that stuff, but it's a brand new audience with new expectations. You know, what would you guys have been expecting? You're just like, oh, weird ASMR role plays with a comedic bent to them. She did a female angry video game nerd. What would you expect from a live stream? So it was me. Remember, this used to be my gimmick in live streams to keep the heat off me. I would purposefully lower my voice and slow it down because my real voice is pretty annoying. And I was just like, I'm keeping with the ASMR theme. I will talk really low and really slow. That was the bit, and I think it helped, but it was hell on my voice. Imagine having a gimmick. Yeah, now my gimmick is just standing in this kind of falling apart shawl, I'll be quite honest. It's got some holes in it, and not the ones that are there on purpose. Oh, we messed up my voice permanently doing that? Yeah, but it's not like it was any better before. You know what I'm talking about. We always had the vocal fry. Maybe it's just gotten worse because I talk more. Who knows? You thought I'd finally snapped? Why? Why wouldn't you have thought that earlier? I've been doing weird shit like this for the past 3 years. That's what we're here for. It was 3 years. And yeah, I don't know. If I was going to snap, I would have done it a while ago. Maybe I'd snap from overworking. I still got to prepare like a week's worth of audios for when Lies of P comes out so I can just take the week and play it. Jeez. You know what I realized? Something that made me extra excited for Lies of P? There's something about it. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of live streams the past couple of days. Somebody's playing that Welcome to the Neighborhood game or whatever it's called with the puppets, and Wayne was playing a Viewfinder. Those are both first-person games. And watching the gameplay footage made me kind of motion sick because I was not built for video games, apparently. Really sucks. Like, I get motion sick from most first and third person video games, which is what happened the past couple of days with those live streams. But Lies of P, I played that demo 3 hours straight, full screen, didn't feel nauseous once. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a game I can play. You know, normally I have to stick to like puzzle games and visual novels and side scrollers because the brain, the inner ear or whatever. But Lies of P, we're good to be. You know what? It's cool that like you get to see like the upper part of my body. I am kind of sad that you guys don't get to see my socks as much. The socks are kind of the standout part of the ensemble, I'm not gonna lie. Ever gonna complete Doki Doki Literature Club? I don't want it to reveal my real name. I don't understand how some people online are just like totally fine with people knowing their real name. Like, first name, maybe. Full name, what are we doing? There are people that, like, basically have their entire address online. I'm just like, what are you doing? Stalkers are real. Doxing is real. You put me on your crystal ROM hack? Yes, email me that. I'd love to see that. Is there a way to lower the camera? Yeah, but like, I don't know. I thought the whole bit is like you get to see my whole body. That's kind of a big deal. I look so cool right now. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the vibe behind like the Scream. It's the bad guy in Scream, you know? Just paranoid because of all the yonder ASMRs that I wrote. I'm the reason. The reason is me. Why did you do this? What's wrong with you? Take your normal pills. Look like a goth ghost. Okay, that's allowed. Or maybe like I'm wearing like a veil, like I'm mourning in the 1800s. Or a burqa, that too. Alright, I'm gonna check my email. This is hard to see. They're gonna break into your house and murder you? Fabulous. They ought to pay me for this. I'm watching the MP4. I'm in the ROM hack. I'm in the ROM hack. Don't worry about it. I'm in the ROM hack. Fabulous, and I'm a beauty too. That's awesome. And I got a drift loon. Fuck it up. Pixelated me. Thank you, Elsie. That's pretty based. It's so fucking hot in here. So let's think. I've been here. Oh, thank you, Mingles, for the 33 pounds, cause you're British. Thank you very much. I can't actually hear the pop-ups, cause like, they're over there, but you know. I want a second monitor so bad. I want a real desk. I finally put myself together, and I was just like, I'm gonna spend the money. It was $400. I was like, I'm gonna buy a real desk, a good desk with like a real keyboard tray that doesn't suck. And they canceled me. I was gonna build it for you. Everything was going to be great, okay? It was going to be awesome. It isn't going to be a rage stream. Hey, if I was actually building a desk right now, I'd be having a great time. I like building IKEA furniture, and I'm good at it too. They should hire me for that, but they won't. Use a dresser for your monitor and a small folding table for your keyboard. I need something better than that. You know what? Whenever I get my car back, I might just have to go on a pilgrimage to the nearest IKEA, wherever that is, and just buy a fucking desk. Just to see if they have it. If they don't, kill. I'll become trapped in the infinite IKEA. I'll do it myself, and I'll come out with a desk. It's another day I won't have to make a video. I already recorded them, though. I know. Listen, Lies of P. It's 2 months away today. Today being my 3rd anniversary. But I want to prepare. Listen, there will be no obligations besides Lies of P if I can prepare myself sufficiently. I won't even have to worry about like family stuff or whatever because everybody's gonna be in Europe and I'll be here. They're all like, oh, don't you want to go to England? Don't you want to go to France? And I'm like, no. The timings for OnStars would be totally off if I went over there. It would suck. I'd have to readjust my sleep schedule. I don't want to leave the country. Fuck that. Also, it's like $5,000, and I don't have that kind of money. Surviving off meatballs. You know they have other food besides the meatballs, right? They have like an entire cafeteria that has like hot dogs and stuff. They sell hot dogs and ice cream. It's like a ball diamond. Thought about becoming a VTuber. I already have a VTuber rig, but it sucks in a can of mode. I wish I was better at programming stuff like that, but I'm not. It can't read my emotions because I wear glasses. Okay, my whole business got twisted around in here. Why are you like this? Stop it. This is how Clint Eastwood did it. Evil characters are too nice. We need more scarier yanderes. It's always something, isn't it? There's always just something to complain about, isn't it? You know, everyone's like, why aren't there more stories about like the listener being cool with the yandere? And I do that, and now you're all just like, they're too fucking nice. Oh, thank you, Super Cash13, for the $33. I do appreciate the all the threes. I can't hear how TTS is going to mangle that, though, unfortunately. The evil sorceress isn't actually evil. Okay, listen, I've been getting through this. Everybody in the comments is like, oh, the evil sorceress isn't actually all that evil. She imprisoned Listener Chan in the dungeon for a month. Like, even though, like, things are kind of cool now, like, they have a lot of freedoms around the castle, it's still fucked up that she did that to them. Like, after like 2 weeks and the other heroes didn't show up, she could have done something, but she left them in there for a month. That was evil of her. Like, she's not a good person, okay? Well, like, what are you not getting about this? The binding color is also pretty bad. Yeah, legit. Like, the fact that, like, listener Chen is completely prevented from like defending themselves at all. It's fucked up. Like, the sorceress is evil, and as the story continues, we will have to contend with that. Like, maybe listener Chen has grown to trust her, like, a little bit, but she's still, like, keeping them imprisoned against their will. That's still pretty fucked up. Thank you, CM Fireflies, for the $25. Thank you so much. Hooray. Yeah, the yonder. Listen, the yandere goddess. She's just like irredeemably evil. She's got one person that she's cool with. This is one guy. This is one dude. They are the one person that she's cool with, and everybody else, she just hates and kills. Mess up the text, have your lunch money. You're spending $25 on lunch? I'll take it so you can be more financially responsible, I guess. There are places you can get lunch for cheaper than $25, or you can make it yourself, you know, with soap and such. It's still up in the air if the series is going to have a happy ending or not. I mean, I'll figure it out somehow. So, like, we've gotten up to, I think, part 7. So it's looking like there's going to be at least 9 parts. Then we need time for a confrontation and such, various talks about the state of things and, like, how they'll move forward past it, but it's going to be at least 9 parts. Maybe 10. It depends on how I feel about the whole thing. And then, like, a month from now, I'll release, like, the full compilation of, like, all the videos, you know? I'll do a cool compilation, and that'll get some views. That'll give me a day off. You know what? I'm smart. I'm smart, and I'm clever. Remind me to do this. I'm going to save the compilation for the week that I want to take off for Lies of P. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm so friggin' smart. I will save it for Lies of P, and then that'll save me a day of work. I'm so friggin' smart. I have to clear my hair out of my face. It's getting itchy. Yeah, this is a real mess. My hair is going to be, like, irredeemably knotted after this. I am smart, thank you. Okay. So, like, I wish I could get this shawl even, but it's just not happening. I'm so excited for Lies of P. I'm so fucking mad. Like, I guess it's like a big AAA. Is it a AAA game? It's not like a super well-known studio making it, but it's got like AAA graphics and whatnot. It's a Souls-like. Well, it's such a big deal. They put such a marketing push behind it for like Summer Game Fest or whatever. But like, there's no fan art of it on Tumblr at all. There's like one account that has like a fan comic going with like OCs or something, but like that's it. Wonder if she's slightly, that's kind of a weird thing to be into. You have no idea what not safe for work script I just got commissioned. I don't even know if they're necessarily into it. It was just like kind of a wacky idea for a story. It was so wacky that I had to be like, hey, can we make this like one step less wacky so I can actually write this? Thank you, Ambiguous. A happy anniversary to me. Flappy arms. We have regular giantess videos here. We don't judge people's fetishes. I mean, you can judge, but like, just don't be a dick about it. Why would you want a character like that? Because you like the dynamics. Listen, everybody's just like, why would you want to write about like a psychopath type character? And I'm like, because it's fucking interesting. How's your annual breath of oxygen? It's not gonna last me very long in here, I'm gonna be honest. But good job with those guts noises, I gotta say. Like, it's just like there's an ongoing mystery. Why was there a bomb in there? But like, the squishies, the squishy noises. I don't think I'll be using that trick in the future because it kind of just feels gross, but you know what I mean. Judge you, your fetishes are weird. Is that one of your fetishes? I'm trying so hard to read chat right now. Why is the chat obsessing over kink shaming? Because I talked about not safe for work audios once. You know, that does remind me. There was this bit in like one of the anniversary events for Obey Me, the original, and it happened that like MC got cursed so that they turned really mean, and you could like choose to insult the characters and the dialogue options. And if you insult Leviathan, he's really into it. And one of the characters is like, hey, did he just discover a new kink? And the answer is no, he didn't just discover it because he's had that kink in like plenty of other events in the storyline. Like they make a big thing out of it that that's his kink. I don't know. We prefer tiny girls. Well, listen, micro, macro, I don't write that stuff. Other people do. If you want to see micro, then like commission me. They should allow us to do that non-stars. I get the idea with Josei games is that they're not necessarily dating sims. They're just meant to be games where the protagonist could be a girl and you're surrounded by like attractive anime men. That's the point of the genre. But if that's the case, then why does the producer in OnStars have to be a girl? Like, just why? I know in canon she comes from like another gacha game that shut down or something, but why does she have to be a girl? She could just as easily be a guy or gender neutral. I don't understand. Because it's not a dating sim. Well, thank you, the gentleman, for being a real faker for 4 months. What do you mean a top hat sticker? I don't need to make an emote for that. There's definitely already an emoji for top hats.
You're a real faker? That's so
Your sleeves function as a weapon? Fuck yeah, they do. You know what, like, the whole OnStars thing, like, yes, it's canon that Kaoru had a crush on MC, like, in the previous game, but fuck it, like, whatever. Their bit was like, oh, MC's the only girl in school and also the only producer in the school, but, like, fuck it. Change it. Oh, sweet. Ambiguous. Thank you for being a real faker for a whole year. Wow. Wait, who donated 10? Who did? Stop moving so fast. Thank you, Andres, for the 10 fake memberships. I sure hope there were enough people here to get them. Thank you, Steve the Wizard, for being a real faker for 17 months. Oh my god. Thank you, Super KH13, for the 10 fake memberships. We're gonna run out of people to give them to. But then, like, YouTube will just give them to random subscribers anyway. I don't know how the system works. There will be people that will leave the live stream. They'll just be like, okay, I'm leaving. And then, like, somebody will gift 10 minutes later and they'll get it. Alright, goodbye, Ambiguous. I know it's, like, late for you.
You're a real faker? That's so cool. You made someone a real faker?
Do a remaster of your
That's
first
so
ever audio?
cool.
That's an interesting idea. I don't think I'd be any better at doing an Italian accent, though, so what would be the point? Look at the swishing of my shawl. This is hypnotism. This is actually what my body looks like. You know, like you'd think it's like a Silent Hill type thing. You would lift up the veil thinking that it's just like a disguise, but no, this is just my body. That's how it works with that one SCP, Plague Doctor guy. You can't take the costume off. That's just what he looks like. People are into that. They want to bang that guy. Where's the Femme SCP, whatever that guy's name is, roleplay? I could be him. I could be him all day. Don't you die if you touch him? Wish you could afford comms. Well, I'm sorry you don't have $12 to spare, but that's on you. I'm sorry. I know things are financially hard right now. And like always. Thank you, Tommy Portillo, for the $5.
Ironically, Fake is the first ASMR
I'm the first ASMR YouTuber that felt genuine.
Keep
Wow.
on keeping on fake.
So not doing the anime girl voice paid off, huh? Because I could still be kawaii desune. That wasn't even, like, close. Let me try again. I don't know. I don't listen to a lot of, like... I don't listen to a lot of female ASMRs. Well, what's a line they do? What are they, like, just generic anime lines, or do they, like, have real stories? I'm going to charge back my super chat if you do this. No. Elsie Coon, please don't. They don't do that. They don't do that. Listen. I'm reinforcing a negative stereotype of female ASMR anime role players, or whatever they're called. I'm reinforcing a negative stereotype. I'm sure they do better voice acting. Thank you, Tommy Portillo, for the $5. Gonna go pass out to one of my audios. Okay. Pass out to the one of the yandere girl targeting her sleep. That one's pretty good.
One of your audios.
I don't do a lot of like sleepy ASMR content. Like I just never know what to say, right? Like just general sweet nothings as you like crawl into bed with your loved one. Never know what to do for those. It has to have a plot or else I can't write it. Or else it'd be like 5 minutes long. That's why I'm so jealous of what's his face, Hollow VA. He can. I'm pretty sure he does all of his audios in one take too. It's crazy. He can work in a story, but he can also make it like ASMR-ish and relaxing. He did that for his Human Pet to a Demon series. I was so jealous. He's so talented. Only downside is that he uses AI art for his thumbnails, and it's really obvious. My always sleeping audio, I'm saving it for the Lies of P week. I have to collect these ideas. I have to do my best. I have to be as fake as possible. I'm gonna do it. I have talent as well. Yeah, but not as much as him. Well, he has skills. He went to school for this shit. He went to literal voice acting school. He's an actor with like professional cred. And I know maybe he doesn't do all of his stuff in one take because I know he used to do like retakes and accidentally leave them in because he clearly didn't listen back to his audios before he posted them. But like, I know he records way faster than I do. And he doesn't even post every day. He's too talented. But yeah, the AI art in his thumbnails is like super obvious. Like, there's the picture of like the one demon guy, and you can see that behind one of his horns, like his head just stops existing. There'll be other times where he puts the text for the thumbnail over one of the characters' hands because you can tell it was like a mangled like AI hand. It's really funny and super obvious. I am like so good at spotting AI art. I'm really good at it. Like, I've gotten so good at it. Alright, goodbye, Elsie. In fact, there's barely any tiny girl content as criminal. Just go to Gone Wild Audio. There's plenty of it. There must be. It's out there. Yeah, of course I'm good at spotting fakes. I'm like so good at it. Like, you know, there's this one Tumblr post going around that proclaims to be like a colorized photo of Vincent van Gogh, like in front of a house or something, but it's super obviously fake because like his hands are melting together and like the flowers are all wrong, and you can see that like the metal on one of the windows is like melting. The fine details are just like a blur. It's like a dream. when my hands melt together? Me too. This is normal. This is so normal. I'm having such a normal stream right now. I'm not overheating at all. Thank you, Tommy Portillo, for the $5.
So here's $5
Underestimated how much energy it takes to get to my bed. Okay. Thank you. You don't have to spend any more money just because you can't get to bed. I appreciate it. A Minecraft villager. I still haven't played Minecraft. I feel like it would leave me behind. Doesn't it have like a story and like a way to win? Like you win in Minecraft and the game ends? What's the point of that? Everyone's always like, oh, I've got so much Minecraft nostalgia, and I'm just like, I have none of it because it definitely would have made me motion sick, so I couldn't play it. I'm here in my garage. Got my new Lamborghini here. I actually don't know how the real one goes. I've only seen the remix. Here in my garage. I like to drive up here in the Hollywood Hills. Possible for you to make a pick-through thumbnail with a square Minecraft girl. I'm sure there's like a Minecraft create a character thing I could use. I don't really want to do that though. There's a boss battle. Okay, so there's not a story, but still there's a boss battle. Ugh. Wayne doing footwork in a suit? Wait, when did that happen? I'm not the only one who does the neurodivergent hand things. This is just the way you hold your hands when your sleeves are too long. Because it accentuates the cutesiness of the flappy sleeves. I would like ones that don't have this like ribbing at the edge. I would just like it to be like a long shirt. That's like normal. Like a sleeve like Miku has, but longer. Minecraft roleplay would attract so many 10-year-olds. You're right, I don't want to deal with that. What are better, long sleeves or hoodies? Why can't you have both? I'm literally wearing a hood right now. I can make this better. Hold on. Yeah. Played a dangerous game here. So fashionable. I've got a cape. You see this shit? Stop looking at my hair, though. Look like a Dark Souls enemy? Wrong. I look like a Lies of P enemy because Dark Souls isn't real. It's not real anymore. Because Lies of P is the only Souls-like game ever. Why is it called a Souls-like? Nobody knows, but it's the only one out there. Better than waiting for them to release Bloodborne on PC because we know it's never going to happen. Yeah, I'm getting fibers in my face. I hate this. Did in 4th of July from 2021. Oh, I must have missed that. Weh. Weh. Eh. Okay. That looks so cool. If you go to England, you can live the Bloodborne experience. Yeah, with leeches and shit, right? They got them there. They eat leeches in England. I know this. I know this. I was there, in fact. I've never been there. If you go to France, you get the Lies of P experience. Why is it set in France? Okay, so I did a little bit of research. Apparently the company that made it is Korean, so I guess they wouldn't care about the English dub, and that's why pretty much everyone just has an American accent instead of like French or British or anything that would feel appropriate for the setting. Whatever. But why is it set in France? Like, they didn't change any of the names, so everybody still has like Italian names. Why is it set in France? I guess it's just because like when it comes to like visuals, France is like more striking and artistic, but that's not really true either because people go to Italy for art all the time. I guess it's just like Victorian, well, not Victorian, what you know, the 1800s France, which is what it is based on. The 1800s France had a much more stronger, like, cultural aesthetic than Italy did at the time. I don't know. When does the book take place? I think they just really loved, like, old school French architecture, and they were just like, yeah, we're doing this. Souls like in Italy would be really cool. Yeah, you could kill the Pope. Thank God. Okay, so like, I think it is just because like the game studio is Korean. They were just like, yeah, Souls likes take place in like a vaguely European environment. So, Pinocchio, but it's French. And just, you know, other bits of Europe thrown in there. Don't worry about it. And everybody's going to be speaking English. And, like, there's going to be, like, French names that they'll pronounce weirdly because they're all American. But, you know, it'll be fine. Too much sun in Italy. Well, I mean, later on in Lies of P, you do get to the point where, like, the sun starts to come up, so I don't believe it's going to be dark the whole time, but it's going to be sunny as in like Dark Souls sunny where it doesn't even matter. What's my hair color? You know what it is. It's every color you can imagine. And purple. Mostly purple. Not a fan of the French. Is anyone? Is anyone a fan of the French? Be real with me. Listen. I was brought up in a family that has a semi-irrational hatred of Quebec, so I can't really speak for, like, the French. Like, as I've grown up, I'm just like, yeah, Quebec, like, I don't want to go there because the weather's bad and it kind of sucks, but, like, you know, not all of Quebec is bad, and then I'm just listening to my parents, like, anytime anything in politics goes on, they're like, fucking Quebec, and I'm like, what? What do they do? Like, yeah, they've got the Bloc Québécois, which is a shitty political party, but like, it would, I, they just speak French and they're kind of shitty about it. Like, who cares? What do y'all hate about Quebec? I mean, I feel like it's just like the lasting like anger everybody had over Quebec trying to secede. Because I believe the last time they voted for that was in the 90s. They were like, yeah, we should get out of here. We should be our own separate nation, even though they would never be able to survive as a separate nation because like they definitely don't bring in enough money to do that. But they were just like, no, we'll stay a part of Canada for now. Like, it definitely would have been a case where like they would have become their own country but still would have been asking the government for money because, you know, what does Quebec bring in other than video game money? And that's just Montreal. Montreal is like the video game city. But aside from that, like, Quebec is not bringing in the bucks. That's why they're part of the country. I think the French like the French. Well, the thing is that Quebec French is kind of different from France French. So, yeah. I don't know. Maybe they don't like each other. They're to Canada what Texas is to the U.S. Kind of, but I feel like they're a little less racist. I actually don't know what the situation is over in Quebec. I'm not qualified to speak on that. Pinocchio becomes Pierrico. No. They've got the same names. Alberta is the Texas of Canada. You know what? You're right. What with all the oil and whatnot. And the laws they've been making, but I don't want to get into that. How many of the Canadian provinces / territories have you been to? I don't even remember. I've been to Quebec. I've been to Nova Scotia. Definitely British Columbia. I don't know, aside from that. I don't do a lot of traveling. I mean, I'm just gonna be real, there's not a lot of places to go around here. Like, yeah, you might go up north on, like, a train for, like, the views and whatnot, but, well, the upper part of the country is just frozen wasteland. There's nothing to see. WTF, you're from Texas? Then you should know how much it sucks there. Wayne Radio TV was literally saying last night how much he hates living in Texas. He's like, why did I move here? And I was wondering the same thing too. But apparently, like, it's cheaper for streamers to live in Texas because they don't have to pay income tax or something? I don't know. Don't call a whole state racist. Man, I've seen how things are going in Texas. I feel a little bit like, I'm not saying you're racist because you're in Texas. I'm saying that the Texas government and just like, you know, the general space of Texas is kind of racist. It's the stereotype, I'll admit. But, like, considering what I've seen in the news, you guys aren't, like, doing a lot to make it look better for yourselves, so what do you want from me? I'm Canadian. I'm about as far away from Texas as you can be. You're not a racist? I never said you were. The lady doth protest too much. Listen, I'm sure there are not racist people in Texas. I didn't say all Texans are racist. I'm just saying Texas has a bad reputation. I suppose the more accurate thing to say would be homophobia and transphobia, but, you know, they kind of fit under the same banner. Straw man incoming. All right. We'll stop talking about Texas. I'll leave it be. You guys got guns there. I don't want to fuck with that. I don't have any guns to defend myself with, so... Also, I've completely twisted my business around here. Not in Dallas. Yeah, in one city? Is that the best you got? That's one city in Texas. That is the haven, where people are like normal. The major cities are safe. Okay, you know what? I'll admit, large cities tend to be more liberal in practice. But most of Texas is not made up of the major cities, is it? Let's stop talking about it, okay? I can't be held responsible for starting a war with Texas. The government doesn't have time for that. They're too busy figuring out how to oppress Aboriginals. Because the Canadian government is not perfect either. How about Rhode Island? I've never been to Rhode Island. Isn't that where Family Guy takes place? I'm correct, okay. I know my Family Guy lore. I've watched every episode of Family Guy. No. Is that show still on? Or are we just down to memes? Rhode Island is very liberal. Okay, well, there you go. People are going there to watch Family Guy. I'm sure there's gotta be like a place in Rhode Island where you can go and like there's a Family Guy place. They sell Family Guy memorabilia because it takes place there. It's suspended due to the strike. Yeah. I'm a big fan of that whole strike thing. I hope they grind the industry to a halt. I want the writers and actors to get paid more. And listen, everybody's saying like, oh, but actors are millionaires. Like, what do they have to worry about? No. 90% of the people in the union are just trying to put food on the table, man. Like, the 1%ers are bringing in like the most media coverage about the strike. But the majority of people that are involved are just like trying to earn a living, all right? I'm so excited to hear about everybody striking. They should do that more often. Not every actor is Chris Pratt. You're right. Most of them aren't as terrible. Rhode Island has Lovecraft. Is that where he's from? UPS is about to go on strike. Yeah. They should have put air conditioning in those trucks. Maybe they shouldn't have treated their workers like shit. Maybe this didn't have to happen. But it is happening. Because management is a bunch of money-grubbing shitheads. But you could say that about most industries. I would never cross a picket line. Because I don't have to work for a living. I just do this. Is this even work? I just stood here and somebody gave me $30. I'm an influencer. This is the future. Okay, but like seriously, don't try to become an influencer. Like, become an electrician. We need more of those. Oh my god. My shell's gonna fall off in reverse. That's the last thing I need. Craft was from Rhode Island, but his novels take place all over New England. Of course. I have a blanket over my head. It's my friggin' disguise. Do you see this shit? Listen to my voice, it's my disguise. I'm by your side. Oh, it's what you do to me. I can't sing Hey There, Delilah. I don't have the range. I wish I kept doing YouTube more as a teenager. You really don't. I was doing YouTube as a teenager. It didn't turn out well. Oh, all the cringe. I should really go back and unlist those videos. I had a really great video that I made in MMD of Len doing a backflip. That was fun. Kinda sucked though. No purple hair? How do you know? How do you know? It's literally every color right now. That falls off, you get what's called a surprise face reveal. Yeah, it's not gonna fall off. I'm way too cool. Check it out.
You're a real faker?
We're so fucking cool right now.
So cool.
Me and me. Thank you, Star LV, for being a real faker for 17 months. This is like a really suboptimal way to wear this, though. I mean, you guys can see my hair and, like, my shirt. There's fibers, you know. It's all on my face. Voice actor's girlfriend receives a strange commission. That is too meta. I'm sorry. I don't like doing meta. It just gets tiresome and nobody ever watches it. Lower cam when? What do you mean a lower cam? Do you want to see my socks? I wore my worst socks for this. Take it off and it's Vince McMahon. Is that how you pronounce his name? Because it looks like it's Vince McMahon. Why are we wearing two different pairs? Listen, I couldn't decide which one was uglier. So I figured, you know what, why not double up on the ugly? We've been introduced. This pattern is just incomprehensible. These are men's socks, by the way. You know, because, like, finding men's clothing that's, like, actually colorful, I was really surprised. But then if this is, like, what they have, if this is their options for colorful socks, I understand why most men are just, like, wearing black and red and maybe gray. There's been a lot going on, like, on Tumblr about, like, you know, how guys dress really boringly. And I get it, because I've been to the men's section on occasion. Their options are limited. Like, so fucking limited. I'm just like, I can fit into men's shoes. They're just a size bigger than me in women's sizes. So sometimes when I'm like really frustrated about the state of women's shoes, I'm just like, I'll just go look in the men's section. But it's way worse. It's so much worse. I walk over there just looking for like runners or something. I'm just like, okay, we've got white, there's black, There's black with red. There's white with red. There's red with white. And they're all like the same shape. It's just pathetic. Women's shoes, on the other hand, you got like teals and purples and pinks, and they're in every color and shape and style you could possibly imagine. Like, what is happening? Men, demand more from your clothes. Seriously. Thank you, Llama Lord. I wish I was born as a girl, but that's a whole nother topic. I mean, it won't be when you figure that out, but you know. I don't want to say egg, but that sounds a lot like egg stories. I do happen to follow a lot of trans women on Tumblr. Hold on, I gotta take a sip of water. I'm like super thirsty in here. Okay, so like I follow a lot of trans women on Tumblr because like, I don't know, most people on Tumblr are trans women, so you kind of can't avoid doing that. And most of them all have a story that goes like, you know, when I was a kid, I wished I could be a girl, and I didn't understand why like other guys like enjoyed being guys, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that. Have good pockets though. Yeah, but I'm wearing women's pants right now, and I've got quadruple pockets. Do you see this? Do you see this? Do you see my pocketed swag? I've got 4 pockets on these pants. I can't be defeated. Please, Hyba, pay me to advertise you. I will do it. God. Had a red shoe phase in your late teens? Well, I mean, if you're going for Converse, that should be easy to find. Like, red Converse is a classic. Are they deep enough to hold anything of note? Okay. You wanna fucking see this? You see this? You see this fucking phone? You see this phone? See this phone? Disappeared. And it's back. This is a good pair of pants. It's a shame it doesn't really fit me anymore. That's what happens when you lose weight. Praise me. I mean, I'm still gonna wear them. They just don't really fit. Yeah, I'm magic. Whoa, 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 it's magic. You know. Never believe it's not so. Thank you. I know I'm impressive. I'm sure you can all tell. I just, it's my paranoia about being doxxed again, or being seen in a way that would encourage stalking. I really don't want you guys to see my body. Especially my arms. At what stage of being a YouTuber that you lose your mind? I think it's, like the Logan Paul type thing, where you've been making online content for so long, and all of your friends are also content creators, and you do some crazy shit like film a dead body in a forest and put it on YouTube, like no problem. Yeah, it's at that point that you lose your mind. When you get when you're so online, you can't even comprehend that a normal person would think this is fucking weird. It's highly recognizable arms. It's not that my arms are recognizable, I just don't want you to see them. Listen, I can wear a t-shirt in my normal everyday life. I can wear a t-shirt just fine. But I don't want you guys seeing my arms. Imagine me being fit as hell. I'm still working on lifting weights. It's not going amazingly. I haven't really seen much results, but you know. Hiding the fact that I'm secretly jacked. I wish. I wish the weight was all muscle. It's not, though. Ever played co-op games on stream one day? I did that with Ambiguous. Once Upon a Dream. Yeah, Jackbox was fun. You know, if you become a real faker, maybe you could play Jackbox with me. Okay, hold on. How long have I been streaming for? Because I feel like it's been a long time. It has been an hour and a half. The time just flies by when you're wearing a veil that's very hot and very warm. Flap the sleeves fast enough. I'll flap them fast enough to get some airflow. I don't know if that's helping. Have a question for me? What's your question, soldier? Are we allowed to commission scripts that directly reference you? It depends. I really do not like meta scripts. I'll be quite honest with you. Anything that mentions like calling the listener or something, or directly references that, hey, we're listening to a role play right now. I don't care for them. I don't care for the meta. Remind you of your old manager? I've never managed anything. I'm not gonna die live on stream, because then I'd be dead on stream. Duh. You can't live on stream if you're dead. And B, for A, did well at establishing listener ambiguity. Yeah. Well, it wasn't the first script, but I did like how in the second script you were like, what was it? The confusion over who played the princess and who was the knight, you know? Thank you, Lars Icespell, for the... Is that like a lemon sticker? Oh, it's like a gif of a gift. Thank you for the 4 CHF. Is that a Swiss franc? I could be wrong, but I think that might be Swiss francs. Correct me if I'm wrong. With the lemon religion. It's like 1,000,000 friggin' degrees in here. I'm right, okay, I'm always right. I know everything. And I'm gonna use that power to be super good at Lies of P when it comes out. Listen, I know I keep talking about it, but it's really rare I get excited for a game like this. It's mostly because of cute boys. So, like, last time this happened, it was definitely because of Devil May Cry 5. Like, I saw one trailer, and V was in it for, like, maybe 10 seconds. And I was just like, I need this in my life fucking now. That was a long wait. I gotta be honest. Thank you, Astral Baby. If that is your name, I can't read it. Like, apparently there's gonna be, like, different endings depending on how much you lie in the game, and, like, you get, like, you can make Pinocchio more human or not. I'm just like, The game's gonna be, like, huge. Like, stupid huge. Like, I'm losing it. Only major double A game I'm probably gonna buy this year. Yeah. I mean, you can say it's not a triple A game, but it's definitely gonna be at a triple A price. That shit is gonna cost me $80 friggin' to buy. Or like 90 with tax, so yeah, I'm getting it on PC. I just hope by then I'll have a desk with 2 monitors. 2 monitors on the desk, so that when I get stuck fighting a boss, I can watch something on the other monitor. Like a video game review. Or just watch the Angry Video Game Nerd. Or perhaps Radio TV Solutions playing Among Us, you know? Interested in how the P organ will develop? You're not the first person to say that. Anytime you think of the word fake, you think of me. Think of me. Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Put it on Throne? No. Because then there's no guarantee that somebody will buy it for me. Also, I don't think you can buy somebody's Steam games on Throne. Like, I want that shit day one. I want it day one on release. I want it day one. So I'm gonna buy it. You can stream a game full screen and still be able to see things. Yeah, I'm coming to the realization that playing the games in 720 in 720p and then blowing them up to 180p for the stream isn't exactly great viewing, but you know, who cares? You guys didn't notice. Made of pizza that symbolizes me. I don't know. We're gonna have onions. Also some sausage, ground beef. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I want. I've grown in maturity. I'm not just eating cheese pizza anymore. I don't like pepperoni though. Pepperoni sucks. Cheese pizza though. We ball. Boo. Why?
Lemon blesses your anniversary.
Thank you, Princess Ashley, for the $10. Lemon blesses the anniversary. L Pizza opinion. Why? Because I don't like pepperoni? It doesn't taste like anything. It's the worst kind of meat. Get better meat on your pizza. There are sausages. There's ground beef. There's pastrami, I think. I don't know. Who's better? You could have onions. Pepperoni is fucking boring. It's bad. I don't like pepperoni. I don't like it. don't know why, but my shoulders are starting to hurt. Perhaps it's from carrying around this very heavy shawl. That doesn't make any sense, though. Cheese is literally nothing pizza, and it's fucking delicious. Let's be real. Just like cheese on flatbread, yeah, it's good. The cheese is a necessary component. Get some cheese pizza. Besides, I didn't say that's my preferred kind now. I like it with onions. Why don't you understand me? This looks like a little PogChamp meme, you know? I guess you are my little PogChamp. Come here. Hug the horrible spectral beast. Pineapple on pizza. We don't have time to argue the logistics. I'll just say that people around the world have put things on pizza that put fucking pineapple to shame. He's telling me with that fuckery. Listen, I do have relatives that enjoy a pineapple on a pizza, and I don't care for it. But let's be real, there are people, I think in Brazil, they're putting like chocolate and bananas on pizza, and it's just like, man, you know the old Ninja Turtles cartoon from like the 80s? Those boys were putting all sorts of wacky shit on pizza. Nobody ever complained about them. James Rolfe did a whole taste test video where he tried the different types of pizza that the Ninja Turtles ordered, and most of them were fucking terrible. Nobody said shit. Weighted training shawl. Man, I wish this was all it took. Saw someone with crickets on pizza. Yeah, I mean, they eat those in certain parts of the world. Listen, everybody talks about like, oh, those liberals, they want to make us eat bugs. But let's be real, if they can make like a burger out of crickets or something and it tastes like beef, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, what are you worried about? Like, bugs are less sentient than cows are. Does that make them not worth eating? They could do that. I like some bug snacks. Yeah, like, listen, my only problem with it is that, like, you can fry up bugs and eat them, but it looks gross because they look like bugs, and I don't want to be near bugs. They're nasty. But if they could just, like, ground beef those bugs into a patty or something that you could presumably eat, then who cares? If it's edible and it tastes fine, then who cares if it's bugs? Who's saying that? Idiots online. Like most things. Stuffed crust pizza, I don't eat those anymore because of the challenges. One time, I went to Pizza Hut. We got the stuffed crust pizza. I was eating the stuffed crust, and the cheese was so stringy I started choking on it. I can't go for stuffed crust pizza. It's unsafe. It's unsafe. It'll kill you. Can't wait for the snail eating scene in Lies of P. Yeah, right, that guy doesn't eat. Had a near-death encounter with cheese. I literally, like... it was so stringy I couldn't, like, bite it in half to swallow it, so I was just, like... It was stuck halfway down my throat and half out of it. It was fucking gross. Fuck Pizza Hut. The pizza's bad. For a second, I thought there was like a hole in my shawl. I'm just that good at seeing through it. Icarica's bug phobia. Okay, yeah, but if they were like... It's like if you were literally taking a bite out of a cow versus looking at a burger patty. If you can't see the bugs and it's just meat, who cares? You managed to break your finger on your pocket, even that's not as bad as nearly dying to pizza. I didn't die, I just choked. Just a little bit. We do a little choking on pizza here. Like, people choke to death on things all the time at restaurants. It happens in the movies. Scorpions and lollipops? Yeah, I don't want any of that. Love the 14-year-old boy style with the long sleeves. Thanks. I do kind of have that agender swag. Or not. I don't know. I don't remember if this is a men's sweater or not. I did buy it a size too big just so I could have the flappy sleeves. I will say ambiguous. Yeah, let's be real. I've been mistaken for a guy enough times. Let's just call it. My gender's fake, too. You don't even know if I'm really a woman. You have no proof. Who always wrote A for A? Yeah. You had the genderless swag. I don't know. I kind of look. This is kind of a vibe. I kind of look like Slender Man. Not really though. I'm like Slender Man's homeless brother. Well, I guess he already has one of those. You know those fan Slender Mans, like Trender Man, Splendor Man. Big fan of that guy. The other one that I'm not allowed to say. Find out it's bugs after I bite into it. I'm going on a blind murder rampage. Alright, then don't eat the bugs. Fuck. We have Slenderman at home. We have Skinamarink at home. We have the Babadook at home. We have a Sinister 2 at home. I never saw Sinister 1, only Sinister 2. It was a bad movie. But the villain could kind of get it. Even though he doesn't have a mouth. I don't know his name. Am I a lizard? Sure. I mean, when will the mirror show who I truly am inside? Is that from Mulan? I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I'm not the biggest fan of like most classic Disney movies. I'll be quite honest with you. I mean, like, everybody's like watching the remakes, like, oh, Disney, my childhood, but I just watch those movies because there's nothing else to do, so not really all that important to me. Apparently I was really into The Little Mermaid when I was a kid, though, because I knew all the songs. I was like so good at singing as a child that it like impressed people. Like one time somebody heard me singing during daycare and like they called over like another one of like the daycare teachers or whatever to listen to me sing. That's how weirdly impressive I was at singing at like 5. So good for me, I guess. Kind of lost that though. The remakes look terrible. They are terrible. And I know because I've never seen them. I just watch the YMS reviews and like everything he says about them, I'm like, yeah, that would really annoy me too. I'm not seeing this movie. They keep adding new songs to the Disney remakes so that they can qualify for Best Original Song at the Oscars, and they never ever do. Probably the only person on the planet that's nostalgic for a troll in Central Park. Okay, it's gonna sound super embarrassing to say, but I've only ever seen the Nostalgia Critic review of that movie. Did I watch Nimona? No. I can't access Netflix. It was on my parents' account. I didn't buy it. Sing Ave Maria. I don't know the lyrics. It starts with like Ave Maria. That's, I don't know. I can't sing anymore. Alright? I'm just over here being a peak fashion legend. That's my true calling now. Swag. Pose. You're gonna see a gap in movies? Good. I hope we see a gap in movies. There's so much other things that people could be watching. Too many movies come out in a year. And like, I'll admit, there might be a few things I look forward to, but most movies just aren't worth going to the theater for. Like, how about that new Indiana Jones movie that everybody says is really bad? I have no idea. But they spent $300 million on it and they weren't able to make their money back on fucking Indiana Jones. How about you lower the budgets for these movies? There's no way it costs that much to make any of the older Indiana Jones movies, even with inflation. Like, you could do that shit with practical effects and not CG and it would probably be cheaper. Was it $300 million because they had to have like a scene where Indiana Jones looked young again and like, ooh, so impressive, we were able to do this with CG, as though like fuck, man, they had to get like a little bit more money out of it before Harrison Ford dies, because the character dies with him, but man, just give it up. Barbie movie's coming out soon. It's not already out. I've seen like 500,000 posts about it. I did see like a screenshot of a Fox News headline that was like, the Barbie movie is like, it's like all about like trans symbolism and all about being yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's good. At the very least, it's good. It'll be good. But then there's all these people that are just so obsessed with it. Like, yeah, it'll probably be a good movie. Like, it's being directed by somebody who's like generally made good movies. Like, it's got an all-star cast and whatnot. But why are people dressing up for the premiere like this is an adaptation of like some big ass manga they like or something? It's just Barbie. You don't have to wear pink as though you're dressing up for like, I don't know, the Gentle Minions meme. You don't have to dress up to go see Barbie in the theaters. What like, one post was talking about like, man, I'm gonna go see Barbie with my friends in the theater, but I'm a goth, I don't own anything pink. And I'm like, why do you have to dress up to see this movie? It's just a regular movie, okay? It's probably not even gonna have the Barbie Girl song in it. A great loss for Aqua fans everywhere. You don't have to dress up for the movie. You don't have to. Nobody's making you do this. It's like the Matrix release all over again. Do people dress up for that? God, so much leather. Seeing Hollywood actors and writers complaining about money when one of the reasons they're having trouble is spending years pumping out garbage and then insulting fans for not liking it. No. The reason why Hollywood actors and writers aren't making as much money is because the CEOs are hoarding it all. It's got nothing to do with that. Like, how many times have we heard, like, the story of, like, we pitched, like, a bunch of originals to Netflix, they wouldn't take it, but, like, one remake they were super into, and then they canceled it after 2 seasons. Like, yeah. It's the people in charge that are the problem. Barbie is about dressing up. Yeah. The doll. Not the movie. I don't know, you know. Listen, I was never around for Star Wars heyday, but I think the people that dressed up in Star Wars cosplay for when the Star Wars prequels came out were nerds too. I mean, of course they were. That was like literally their whole thing, but like, ugh. Can you imagine how like lame you would feel if you dressed up for like the first Star Wars prequel and then you saw it and you were just like, oh. I say that as someone who likes the prequels, because they were the first ones I saw. People should be allowed to dress up if they want. Of course, I'm not saying they shouldn't be allowed to dress up. I'm just saying, like, getting this excited over it is pretty ridiculous. Especially when everyone's, like, always going, like, rah, 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 anti-capitalism. And then, like, one of the most, like, capitalistically inclined movies of, like, the past 10 years comes out. And everyone's like, oh my god, so fun, we have to dress up for this. You know? You know what I mean? Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, makes $78,000 a day. Yeah, exactly. Just lose a few $1,000s a day, Bob. Fuck off. They're like, oh, these writers, they're being so unreasonable. You know what's unreasonable? Expecting the line to keep going up every year. You can make the same or a little bit less of an amount, and it's fine. Infinite growth is impossible. How am I still going? Oh, what time is it? Oh, fuck, it's almost 6. Yeah, this was... What else would you expect from an anniversary stream? Just me standing around, just giving takes. This happens every time. Seasons change and I love when cold. Feed the flame 'cause we can't let go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, run away, run away. I'm leaving, goodbye. JK, I'm back, pay attention to me. If I sound squeaky this time, listen to me, I just can't win with these guys. You're right. I should kill them all. Anyway, what were we saying? That Elsie Kun is still haunting you? Would you prefer Elsie Senpai? JK, I'm the only senpai here. I look short. How would you know? You can't even see the tops of my closets. You have no idea how tall I am. You can't even see the top of the door. You'll never know. A lot of people would find a stream like this boring. Yeah, and I'm one of them. It's always like, I don't know, sometimes like one of the dudes on the Radio TV Solutions crew will do like a really crazy stream with like bad audio and shit, and I'm like, I'm sure this is funny to someone, but not me. We don't know how tall the doors are. Doors come in different heights. I have really tall ceilings, you know. You've never seen the entirety of my doors. You don't even know what you're getting yourself into. Listen, I know if I were like a bigger presence online, somebody would just like take this picture of me in front of the door, bring it into like grid lines in Photoshop, and just be like, oh, this is how tall you are. This is how tall you are. You're like 6 feet tall. I think I'm 11'9". Oh, you're right. It's true. It's all true, Austin. Now I really look like a Silent Hill character. But just imagine this coming at you down a long hallway. You'd be confused, but scared. I'm the giantess all along. Yep, it was me all along. But I am starting to get a bit lightheaded from all this hiding under a shawl and whatnot. I feel like I should call it quits here. I mean, you only get an anniversary once a year. I may as well have a bit of relaxation time. You know how it is. Anyway, we hit the 2-hour mark. We need to leave. So, this is where I say, I'm back here because reasons. This is where I say, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for supporting me and being here for 3 whole years, because that's a long time. Thank you to everybody who donated to celebrate and became real fakers. We really do appreciate it. It's really hard to breathe in here. So I will say thank you all very much and goodbye. I have to turn the stream off so I can't wave. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.